It's a surprise. Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Miracles, I guess, still happen now and then. Look into my heart. Leave your cares behind. Welcome to my world, built with you in mind. Knock and the doors shall be open. Seek and you will find. Ask and you will be given the key to this heart of mine. I'll be waiting there with my arms unfurled, waiting just for you. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. That's right. Welcome to my world. The Songfather here for the Songfather Show on the 5th day of August, 2019. And I hope everybody had a nice weekend. And we had to say goodbye to our friend, our good friend Ron Pagnata. Had to go back to Georgia and barbecue and go to work. So sorry, Ron. But we miss you already. We love you and we miss you. And I had a nice weekend myself. The weather was good. You know, little scares with some rain, but it was okay. And, got to take Pop and Chris up to a very undisclosed location. I'm not allowed to reveal it, but it's down by the water. So it's nice and relaxing. And that's what they both need. So I'll let them chill out for a little while. And Yankees, swept the Red Sox, which was very nice to see. They're like now 15 and a half games out. So any run that they're going to have at a postseason is going to be wild card at best. So that's good. Tampa Bay still hot, still winning out there. So they're 9 games back in the loss column. So it's still a nice cushion, but that could be erased very quickly with some bad luck. So and I say with bad luck because Gleyber Torres is still out. Stanton is still out. Encarnacion is out till at least September, if not for the entire rest of the year, for getting hit by a pitch and breaking his wrist. Hicks is out with some kind of a strain. Giovanni Urshela yesterday in 3 pitches fouled one off his back knee, took a strike, took a ball, and then fouled the next one off his left knee or his right knee with both knees. He hit both knees on 2 pitches. That's tough. He's a tough kid, boy. I was on the ground screaming just from watching it. So let's get to some of the news here. By the way, today will be a King and Queen Monday. That's what we want to do today. King and Queen. I got my King shirt on. That I got down Neville's Presley Boulevard. Well, actually off on Beale Street. And this is one of the shirts, not that he physically wore, but from the same store on Beale Street that he bought this shirt. Same color and everything else. The black with the pleats on the side and the the pink eye. Come on. Well, since my baby left me. Oh. So, all right, let's get very briefly. I'm not going to go off on it too much. The senseless murders, assassinations. We come now with a nice phrase for it to ease the reality. It's a mass shooting. No. It's murder. It's assassination. It's genocide. It's out of control. And the guy down in Dayton, it turns out that he's a self-professed atheist, devil worshiper, and Democrat. And not this is there's no excuse, no matter, I don't give a hell who you are. You don't take somebody's life. That's just the end of it. So many people's lives now are turned upside down for the ones that passed, for their family and friends, for the ones that are still in the hospital, their family and friends and what they're going through. And it's just, for what, Everybody wants to blame Trump now. And, he's, look it up. I'm not going to be preaching to nobody because that's not what I do. But he's done a lot already for gun control since he's in here. And as he said yesterday, guess we got to do more. And he stood up and he put down the white supremacists, and he put down terrorism, and he put down the mass shootings and a whole bunch of other things that are going on there. So good. Keep going. Keep doing it. In my humble opinion, nobody on a layman's term should be walking around or have access to an AK-47 or AR-15. I don't see it. You want to protect yourself at home? You got it. You want to protect yourself when you're walking around. You want to carry on your hip. You got it. But to walk around with 100 rounds, that is only a killing machine, and proven now in 2 instances, or not 3 instances, that it's just used to murder people. Ridiculous. But this piece of shit, 6 years ago, was kicked out of high school as a junior for having a hit list of people he wanted to murder, and then have a rape list of women he wanted to rape. So, my question is, the school stepped in. Somebody ratted him out. Who knows? Maybe it was his sister, because this shithead killed his own sister in the mall. He went there with her and a friend, parked the car, went in with them, then said, I'll be right back, and walked outside and came back in and started shooting. And so maybe it has something to do with his sister. I don't know why everybody's jumping all over her. It's this, it's that, it's this. I really have no clue. But so that's annoying, and it's annoying, and it's angering, wrong word, that the school stepped in, got a hold of this list with everybody's name on it, notified those people, notified the parents, kicked him out of school. What was done after that? Did you turn it over to the authorities? Did you turn it over to the FBI? Did you ask somebody to come down and say, what do I do with this? Here's his name and his address, and here's where he lived. Did anybody talk to this guy? It's unbelievable to me, And then on his My Life website, he was listed as an atheist and this and that, and he was listed as a Democrat. Within a half hour after he was arrested, it was changed on My Life from Democrat to Republican. What's going on there? It's so stupid. Forget about pointing fingers and blaming like, was my turn on the seesaw and you went on. And, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be playing basketball. I mean, you're acting like children, every one of you, that are supposed to be leading this country and protecting us and everything else. Stop fighting with each other and blaming with each other and get to the bottom of where this is coming from. Okay? Somebody has to be held responsible, at least for that one. Because the guy demonstrated his hatred. The guy demonstrated his instability by having a hit list and a rape list. Are you kidding me? Wow. So, all right, I'm not gonna go on too much about it. Too much. But Mr. Beto, the fake Hispanic, fake Mexican, who's from there, down at the other one in El Paso, got up and just completely ripped Trump apart, and that's his fault. And he incites hate, and he does this, and he loves America. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm for him. I'm not saying I'm against him. I'm just stating a fact. And I didn't hear anything out of his mouth, Beto, about sorrow and hurt, how he hurts for these people and their families and their friends and everything else. Certainly the carnage was a lot greater. One is too much. Don't get me wrong on that. But so at least the governor stood up and goes, you know what? Why don't we get to the morning first and get to, what we got to do for these people and have their masses and have their final goodbyes and all that other stuff before we start jumping into politics. Beto was there like a vulture immediately as soon as it happened, and then starts spewing his crap. It makes me sick, that guy, and people like him. So, all right, so let's get to a nice little feel-good story before we get to the first song on King Queen Monday. Over in Michigan, a 91-year-old man who was terminally ill, it's right next to Germany, terminally ill, and given less than a year to live. So they asked him, did you want to go to hospice? Do you want chemo? What do you want? He said, I don't want any of that. So what he's done so far, he can barely get out of bed. He's knitted 450 wool caps and for the poor and the homeless, because the winter's coming. And, winter in Wisconsin, winters are very harsh. As a matter of fact, today's the 5th of August. I think their winter starts in about a half hour. So, but, there's a guy, what we always keep talking about, what we try to instill in everybody and that we come in contact with in our lives, our children, family, friends, whatever, that kind of compassion for other people, less fortunate. Here's a guy, instead of saying, well, no, all right, put me in a hospice and I want wine, 2 hookers, pizza, He says, no, I don't want anything. I just want to be able to keep doing this. And unbelievable. Thank God for this man and pray for his soul. And along the same lines, a man in St. Louis, he took an old work truck, not a big gigantic one, 24-foot, cleaned it all up, put in tiling, like bathroom tilings or like that bath fitted that they put in now, that kind of material around the whole inside, put in 2 showers, a couple of sinks, toothpaste, soap, shampoo, and everything else, set it all up inside, and he drives around and he gives to all the poor people and all the homeless people free showers. Oh, man. Another one, like the guy I told you about that was in Philadelphia, giving free haircuts. This is what we're looking for. Let's just keep it. Of somebody doing something similar, get it to somebody, the local news station, whatever it is. The more and more we could blast the good, the more that little piece of crap from the hellhole, it loses. He loses a soldier. The more that we gain, the more people we get on our side for the good of human beings, for the compassion and the love of human beings, the more his team loses. So, it's not about winning and losing. No, it is about winning and losing now. It's gotten out of control. And the goal of that darkness is for all of us to stay in our house, stick our head under the blankets and not come out again, and let them run their carnage throughout the world, and we're not going to do it. So there's another great example, right? There's the guy. I mean, if we can get that done in a whole bunch of other areas, you got time off, retired people, whatever it is, great idea, I could, just like kids running after an ice cream truck. Here they're running after him, with a bar of soap in their hand. Stop! But, I make light of the situation, but because it's really nice. It's a really touching and moving thing. So let's kick off this King Queen Monday. And what the hell is he talking about, King Queen? You'll figure it out. Because you're all smart. How could you not be smart? You're watching me. Right? Oh, maybe I'm not the one. Oh, there you go. Seven lonely days, a dozen times ago, I reached out one night and you were gone. Don't know why you'd run, what you're running to or from. All I know is I want to bring you home. So I'm walking in the rain, coming for a ride on this lonely Kentucky back road. Loved you much too long, our love's too strong to let you go. Never knowing what went wrong. Kentucky rain keeps falling down, and overhead's another town that I'll go walking through with the rain in my shoes.
Rain in my shoes.
Searching for you in the cold Kentucky rain, yeah, in the cold Kentucky rain. Showed your photograph to some old gray-bearded men sitting on a bench outside a general store. They said, yes, she's been here, but their memory wasn't clear. Was it yesterday? No, wait, the day before. Well, I finally got a ride from a preacher man west, way bound on such a cold, dark afternoon. As we drove on through the rain, as he listened, I explained, and he left me with the prayer that I'd find you. Kentucky rain keep falling down, and up ahead's another town that I'll go walking through with the rain in my shoes,
in my shoes.
searching for you. The cold Kentucky rain, the cold Kentucky rain. Yeah, in 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 the cold Kentucky rain. In the cold Kentucky rain. Yeah. Quick story about that song. I was down in the Keys of Florida, and when we got to the resort, it was raining, so all the outside bars were closed. So we went in. It was a bar that was like attached to the resort, whatever you want to call it. And so we went in there, and it was a nice place, you know. I was having a drink or two, and they're having a contest, a singing contest. And so I signed up, and I sang that song, and I won. That's right. So I won, I don't know, a whole bunch of stuff from the radio station and a free voucher for dinner and whatever. And but then they told me, you know, we'll contact you because we want you to come back for the final. And the guy from the radio station says, let me tell you something right now. You're going to win this thing. That's how good you are. I was like, wow, thank you very much. And, so my lady friend that was with me, I didn't want to give my phone number. It's just the way I am. So I gave her phone number. And as it turns out, they called with the information to go down for the final. She never told me because she didn't want me to go. That's why I'm sitting here in my underwear singing songs. Well, what are you going to do? All right, so let's see. Let me get to another feel-good story. Mr. Bill Murray, who I've always been a fan of. Good man. He's like, you know, the not terribly bad boy, but you know what I'm saying. So he's down in South Carolina. There's a playhouse. He's going to see a concert there, a bluegrass band that's popular. And, of course, no, I didn't write the name. And the line was like hundreds of people online. Maybe a little exaggeration, but it was at least, they said it was going to be 20 to 40-minute wait just to get your ticket and get inside. He's not having any of that. He's Bill Murray, so he just doesn't stand on the line. He walks in, the manager lets him in. He goes, give me all the tickets that are left. Yeah, but Mr. Murray, we have people. Give me the tickets. He buys all the tickets. He goes out and he hands everybody tickets. Go on, get inside. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. Huh? That's what we need more of. First, we need more money like Bill Murray has to do that. But, hey, caramba, it's very crazy to think. And then here's a eye-blinking moment. Over in China, they have developed, I can't even believe I got to say this because it's true, a human/monkey hybrid embryo. No, that's not a car. It's not a Chinese car that's coming to the United States. Hey, get me one of them hybrid embryos. This is what they're growing. And their next idea, their next plan is to implant now that embryo into a woman and have her carry term and give birth to this human/monkey. That's what we're doing with our money. That's what we're doing to that. Who the hell am I? What am I, Tony Soprano? But that's what we're doing for the money. That's how we're going to save this planet by creating human and animal embryos. I don't get it. I just don't get it. You're killing dogs over there like crazy. You got, scooping them up and cutting them up and serving them the head, wrapped in plastics in the meat section. And what the hell is going on here? I don't know how. How are they buying up as much property and businesses as they were in the United States for the past 10 years? And this is what they come up with. That's a scary thing right by itself. So, all right, let's get to this next one. On this King Queen. It's a King and Queen Monday, ladies and gentlemen. And this is another one of my favorite songs that I like to sing. It's something that touches my heart. It does very, 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 very closely. You'll know it. Oh, you know it now? Love of My Life by Mr. Freddie Mercury and Queen. Written by Mr. Freddie Mercury. By the way, Kentucky Rain was written by Eddie Rabbitt. Love of my life, you've hurt me. You've broken my heart, and now you leave me. Love of my life, can't you see? Bring it back, bring it back. Don't take it away from me, because you don't know what it means to me. Love of my life, don't leave me. You've taken my love and now desert me. Love of my life, can't you see? Bring it back, bring it back. Don't take it away from me, because you don't know what it means to me. You will remember when this is blown over and everything's all by the way. When I grow older, I will be right by your side to remind you how I still love you, still love you. Back, hurry back, please bring it back home to me, because you don't know what it means to me. Love of my life, love of my life. Oh. Man, what a song. What a song. That makes my goosebumples go. Well, they were a little confused. They're going through a gender problem. They don't know if they're geese or ducks, so we just let them do what they want. So over in Illinois, you know, that wonderful state of Illinois, where Chicago is just doing everything it can to kill itself and bury itself into the ground, unfortunately, because I have so many friends out there, you know, the Quinzios and my friend Billy, who used to be in New Orleans for a long time, and so it's such a great town. Frank Sinatra's my kind of town, and you know, it's just the news is so horrific week after week about the shootings. Well, here's one of their leaders, a state senator who was elected, who came from the construction business and the Teamsters and everything else. Okay, so he becomes senator. Nice, good job. Indicted on 41 counts of fraud, embezzlement, medical fraud, a no-show job, and intimidation. How can they help themselves out? How can they save that when one of their top people that sit up there in that stupid, throne that they have up there over in the White House there on Capitol Hill, and he's indicted on 41 counts. It's unbelievable. And, of course, more names are going to come out of this. They all protect each other, Oh, Democrat, did I say that? I'm sorry, I forgot. But, who's that guy? Don't worry about it. Take care. Just, run interference for me. I cut you and I give you a piece. Okay. And then a year later, remember when I helped you with that? Yeah, what's going on with that? All right, I'll take care of it, man. It's unbelievable, it really is. You aspire to such greatness, to such a prestigious and respectable position in the United States of America, to be a state senator, and you're doing this. Nothing new. Goes all the way back to Joe Kennedy, for crying out loud. And I will save that. Mr. Trump made Mr. President Trump, whatever you want to call him, the Donald, nice speech today, condemning the shootings, of course, and expressing his sorrow and saying prayers, and, saying we got to put an end to white supremacy and terrorism and a whole bunch of other things and what they've done. And you can look it up yourself. I'm not going to, be a trumpeter, because I'm not. But look up the facts yourself, and they've already done under his term a lot of big things and a lot of great things for gun control. But so now he's saying maybe it's time to push it a little bit more and hold back the issuance of a gun, maybe 30 to 90 days, whatever it's going to be. My humble opinion, a layman that's looking to protect himself with a gun in the house or a rifle in the house, or in some states where it's concealed carry, you want to go around with a gun on your hip or have a gun in the car, protect yourself, I'm all for that, believe me. But AK-47s and AR-15s and everything, one of them had 100 rounds, the other one had 50 rounds. There's no need for that. The reason you want that is for carnage, is for murder. That's it. Whatever reason you can come up with, there is none. Okay, one person is too many, but I just don't. I don't think it should be done. I don't think it should be something that should be available. And certainly anybody that's looking to purchase that, most of these are done illegally. I understand that, but I think I believe these weren't. But you can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. No, but still, make it a little bit harder and harder, and then now what you got to do, since these guys are right here, you got them inside. I don't care why you did it. That's your problem. You deal with God on that. I want to know where you got the gun. I want to know what name you used. I want to know where you got the bullets. I want to know who else do you know was buying from this same guy. You just said that's what you got to do. So hopefully, I'm sure they are. So let's see them. Good story. Here's a nice story. I didn't write his name. See, because I'm nuts. But there was a kid named John. I didn't write his last name down. He's graduating from high school, and he has autism, and he has the autism that is sound, very sensitive, and they call it sound sensitive. And the principal, had a mind fart. So the principal has a conversation with everybody that's going to be in the audience before he comes up, and all his fellow graduates, big class was graduating, all the parents and everybody else that was there, and teachers, asking him when John Grosso, I don't know what his name was, comes up to get his diploma. I don't want no yelling, please. I don't want no screaming and clapping loud and whistling and all that stuff, because he is sound sensitive. And so I would just like everybody to do what he called a golf clap, and that's like this, like that, I call it a opera clap, but whatever. And no whistling, or they can do this, and that's also like it's a signal for clapping, and it's happiness, and we're happy for you. So they finally call him up, John Grosso, please come up and get your diploma. And he walked up with his fingers in his ears like this, because he was afraid of the sound and the applause and everything. And it would have been thunderous because they loved him. Everybody did, from the sanitation guys and department guys and teachers and all the fellow guys up and down, and guys and girls, students, and just a great kid. And so when he went to get his diploma, when he took his hand off to reach for it, he was like, there was no sound. And when he turned, they were giving him a standing, silent ovation like this, and waving their hands at me. And What an unbelievable, touching moment. What a tribute to give to him. And what compassion that not only the principal, but everybody else in that room showed for this kid. Great story. So I got two more real good feel-good stories. But let's get to another song on this King or Queen Monday. And, well, you'll know this song because it is absolutely a crazy little thing called Love. This thing I call love, I just can't handle it. This thing called love, well, I must get round to it. I ain't ready. There's a little thing called love. This thing called love, it cries in the cradle all night. It swings, it jives, shakes all over like a jellyfish. I kinda like it. There's a little thing called love. Well, there goes my baby. She knows how to rock and roll. She drives me crazy. She gives me hot and cold fever and leaves me in a cool, cool sweat. I gotta be cool, relax, get hip, get on my tracks, take a back seat, hitchhike, take a long ride on my motorbike until I'm ready. A crazy little thing called love. Oh! I gotta be cool, relax, and get hip, get on my tracks, take a back seat, hitchhike, take a long ride on my motorbike till I'm ready. A crazy little thing called love. This thing called love, I can't handle it. This thing called love, but I must get round to it. Ain't ready. A crazy little thing called love. 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 That's right, baby. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You know, you heard a little Elvis in there. You're right. King, Queen, one song. Pretty cool. All right, let me just see how we're doing here. We did that. We did that. We did that. We did that. State Senator, we did that. Oh, man in Memphis. His house was on fire. I don't know if you heard about this story or read it. And he's, he's outside with everybody else, and they're watching. The firefighters are there, and the whole house is engulfed. It's really cooking pretty good. And he breaks and just runs back towards the house, and they're all yelling, "Stop! What are you doing over there?" He runs in the house, and then he comes back out holding his dog, and he saved his dog's life. Great story. They arrest him. Reckless endangerment and disorderly conduct, and not obeying a fireman. I didn't know that was a law, but they were all misdemeanors. But, now he's got to go to court. He's got to do this. He's got to pay for a lawyer. He's probably going to get fined. He went to save his dog. I mean, come on. What's wrong? Was it stupid? Oh, I don't know. I think I would have done the same thing. But, he wasn't doing it to be malicious or to cause any problems. They were saying, but you could have died, or you could have caused a problem. You could have knocked the firefighter down, and they could have died or got hurt and everything else. It was very reckless what you did. And he's like, but I was saving my dog. Because when he first smoked the smoke, he went out to see what it was, and the house went up. So as he opened the door, the backdraft, whatever they call that, and so we went and saved his dog. He's already lost his house. Let it go, will you? Like locking up that lady for feeding the cats. Oh my God. United Airlines. If you heard about this story, 2 pilots were locked up for attempted DFI or DWF, whatever. Drunk while flying. They were at the bar, throwing a few down. The plane was delayed a little bit. It had to be cleaned or it gotten late or whatever the story was. And people that were there seeing them, you're in full uniform and you got your hats on, and they're throwing them down. So they went and said, listen, I don't know if these people just got off, these two pilots, or if they're going on a plane, but they've been drinking pretty heavy. And they went and gave them a test, and that's it. They were drunk, and they were going to fly from Scotland to New Jersey. Figure out, put it on there, autopilot and take a nap. I mean, come on. And there's another one. You aspire, you go to school, you go through, years and years of training and flying, everything else to get a respectable position as a pilot. And this is what you're doing? It's time. Put those breathalyzer things that if you get a DWI and you need a car to drive to work, well, you got to blow into it before you can start the car. You got to blow into here. There's cameras in there anyway. The black box is there. One at the pilot station, one at the co-pilot, one at the navigator station, and all three of them have to blow into it before they can start the plane up. Camera's going to see him. Hey, Sonny, do me a favor. I had a few cocktails. Go blow into this thing for me. First, I got to punch the guy in the face for asking me to do it. Oh, I'm sorry. That's what you meant. But really, it's time. Is it ridiculous that we have to get to that point? Yeah. But you're talking 200-300 people's lives are under your wing, no pun intended. And you and your co-pilot are throwing them down? Not good. Not good. Sorry, can't be done. So, okay, we did that. Very nice. We're moving along. Congresswoman from El Paso, Texas, in light of the massacre, instead of talking about what they're going to do, they're going to talk about if they were on to him, if he was on a watch list, what they're going to do to make things safer for everybody. Gets up and makes a whole big speech. President Trump is not welcome to come to El Paso. Oh, my God. He's the president of the United States. He's your boss. What's wrong with you? If he wants to come down there as a president and do a fact-finding mission or whatever he's going to do, step aside, ladies. Step aside. Unbelievable. And I don't know if you saw the three side-by-side pictures of the three, murderers of last week. It's a shame that we got to say of last week. It's now we're getting to labeling them. Well, there are no mass murders this week. It's been going on for a long time, and it's just got to stop. But if you look at these three pictures side by side by side, it's the scariest thing I ever saw in my life. It's like Manchurian Candidate or Stepford Wives or something, or Invasion of the Body Snatchers. They all look exactly almost the same. Definitely look like they were brothers. That's spooky. So, all right. Let's do this next song by Mr. Elvis Aaron 2A's Presley. This is from his Lost album, and he's saying, you know what? You're not ready yet? Okay, you're going to give me a hard time? I know no means no, so I'm not doing that, but I'm going to weigh you down, and then slowly but surely, I'm going to make you mine. That's right. Slowly but surely, I'm going to weigh you down. Slowly but surely, you're gonna come around to my way of thinking, my kind of kissing, my kind of loving. Slowly but surely, I'm gonna make you mine. I ain't gonna rush you, I let you meditate, though I wanna crush you. My arms will have to wait, we'll just take it easy, so nice and easy, real cool and breezy. Slowly but surely, I'm gonna make you mine. Oh, yeah. I got a feeling I'm not wasting my time. Oh, yeah. When you get the message, it's gonna be fine. Slowly but surely, the table's gonna turn. Slowly but surely, your lips are gonna burn from what you've been missing. My kind of kissing, my kind of loving. Slowly but surely, I'm gonna make you mine. Oh, yeah. I got a feeling I'm not wasting my time. Whoa, yeah. When you get the message, it's gonna be fine. Slowly but surely, the table's gonna turn. Slowly but surely, your lips are gonna burn from what you've been missing. My kind of kissing, my kind of loving. Slowly but surely, I'm gonna make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine. Thank you very much. Thank you. You're a beautiful audience. You really are. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I think we're done. One more song to go. You got an extra one because I sang the opening song as a surprise. So, yes. Oh, Mr. Bernie Sanders and his wife are under federal investigation for bank fraud. They hired a team of lawyers to try to save them. And I don't wish no bad on anybody. That people that know me know I don't, let, God and, I don't even believe in karma. I understand it, but I like to believe that God handle it. Maybe karma works for God. I don't know, maybe. But this comes like 2 or 3 days after there's a picture of Bernie and the head of the Ku Klux Klan riding in some kind of a parade somewhere, holding each other's hands with their arms up in the air like they doing some kind of victory dance or something. So, you know what? You watch it when you're opening your mouth and taking shots and everything else. I mean, the guy's half nuts anyway, but still. So, there you go. So, let me get to this last tune here. And more than ever, this song is needed today. It still stands up today. It still says the same message that a lot of us are trying to portray out there. And that's by be loving, be caring, peace. Let's have some peace, compassion, Otherwise, we're going to lose the world, It's time. It's our job. And Elvis did this in the 68 comeback, which he was so scared to do because, he had been gone for such a long time. He was in the army and the movies, and he didn't know how the audience was going to take him because, the Beatles were now in and the Rolling Stones and the whole British invasion, and then, metal was starting to sneak in. But he was loved. And the first part of the show, he's in a leather outfit, and everybody, gathered around the round stage and playing the songs. But he comes out in this one in a white suit, white shoes, red scarf around his neck, or blue. I think it was red scarf around his neck, tied up nice. And he sings this song that I fell in love with the minute I heard it. I believe in it. I try to live my life that way. I got my faults like everybody else, but I believe in it, and it's called If I Can Dream. And if we all can dream, we can make this world a better place. It's the only one we got. We only have one life. We only have one planet. So let's hold hands across the world and dream, but make it come true. There must be light burning brighter somewhere. Stronger three birds flying higher in the sky, more blue. If I can dream of a better land where all my brothers walk hand in hand, tell me why, oh why, oh why won't my dream come true? Oh, why? There must be peace and understanding sometime. Strong winds are promised that will blow away the doubt and the fear. If I can dream of a warmer sun where hope keeps shining on everyone, tell me why, oh why won't that that sun appear. We're lost in a cloud with too much rain, yeah. We're trapped in a world that's covered with pain, yeah. But as long as a man has the strength to dream, he can redeem his soul and fly.
He can fly.
Deep in my heart, there's a trembling question. Still I am sure that the answer's gonna come somehow out there in the dark. There's a beckoning candle, and while I can think, while I can talk, while I can stand, while I can walk, while I can dream, please let my dream come true. Right now, let it come true right now. Oh, let it come true right now. Right now. Definitely right now. We need it. We need it. We're all we got. Black, green, yellow, purple, orange, stupid, dumb, smart. It's only one race, really. The human race. That's all we got. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's all join feathers and wings. I was kidding. Go back eating. Man, he thought I was serious. So, all right, so that's the show tonight. Don't forget, later on, tonight, Monday night, every night, on Freddie Rubino's page, tonight is Get the Food Over Here. That's where they go out and get food and come back and taste it and see if it leads up to everything that they say and all the advertising they do, or, do they need an antidote in a 9/11 ambulance. So, but it's always fun with him and Christine, and that's on night at 8 o'clock. And I'll see you tomorrow at 6, of course, right here on my page. And don't forget Songfather Radio, WSNG 122.2 on live radio, LYV. www. all caps after that, songfathershow. all caps after that .com, and go. I mean, I posted on my wall the other day, shocked out of my underwear, that I made the top 40. My radio station made the top 40 out of tens of thousands or whatever the hell it was they said. And then another column, which I didn't even realize, in my genre, which is I listed as variety, I was even up higher in the list than that. So that's all because of you. It's not me. And the fact that you went and you listened to it, and I guess you like it. I added another 7 songs, so I would guess we have somewhere probably around 60 now, maybe. A couple of promos here and there, and so every day I'm recording 4 or 5 more songs and just throwing on that radio station. And so please tell everybody you can about it. Share it in groups. Go rent an airplane, like I said in the intro before this afternoon. And hang a flag off the back of it and get skywriters, and there's a lot of things you could do. Go make up shirts, get about 2-3 million shirts, and just give to everybody in your hometown. Do me, help me out, help out a guy, will you? So all right, thank you. I love you guys. I love you all. For making me feel good about it and what I do. And it's tough. It's you put yourself out there, and some people got stupid things to say, and most of you have wonderful things to say. So that I thank you for. So wow, we made it, because I had to do the whole show over. Something was wrong with the mic, and Tina was here for that, but I put him back. And seriously, I don't want to get him nuts. I keep moving him back and forth. But I always, after I tape it, And I'm saying this for a reason because so many people send me requests while we're doing the watch party because it gives the appearance of live and you're able to talk to me live, but it's already been recorded, so I can't do a song. It's already done. So I always listen to it to make sure everything makes sense when so I'm going listening to it. I can't hear myself. I'm like, what the heck? Can I try that? Can't do it. What the heck? Somehow, some way, I'm sure I did it. I knocked the mic volume down from 80-something% that I keep it at all the way down to I think it was 12. So that was crazy. Imagine if I didn't, review it and I just put it on. You guys would be saying, "What is wrong with you, man? Songfather, get with it." So with it. So everybody have a good night. Thank you very much. Again, like I said, I love you. See you tomorrow at 6 o'clock, right here, same bat channel. And you got the chance, watch Freddie and Christine Rubino tonight. That's always a lot of fun. All right, so we'll say bow, ciao, and bam. Ready? That's what I did. I said bam and ciao together. So let's all bow. Love you. Peace. Wow, Tina was just flying.